Hello again and welcome back to Dan Plays Save the Light. Straight into it this time because last time nothing happened. So this time I'm going to be bold and say something's going to happen. That's how bold I'm going to be. So that's where I started. Oh no, that's where I started, that's where I went, that's where I am. Can't stop now, because I've made 5 of these, and to stop now would be to admit defeat. Someone asked me in the last video, well, on the first video, which, bad news, you've got 4 more of this to come. But they're like, why? You're quite negative, or you're quite down on yourself. And it's a combination of 2 things. And I did reply to the person directly, but I'll just put it out here so people know. It's a combination of legitimate, like, I don't think this is great, and my... which stems from my sort of British sort of self-doubt. I think Brits in general don't think a great deal of themselves, and they find Americans to be slightly arrogant as a result. So it's partly that. I'm going to turn this down slightly. It gets a bit loud for me. There we go. Oh, I wasted time doing that, and they've got an attack in. So it's a combination of my general Britishness, and I think. And I've already lost the ability to say words, which is never good when you're only 3 minutes in. And also just finding that sort of thing funny, like self-deprecating humor is also a big part of being British. So it's like, yes, they are generally based in like a real thing. I'm concerned people are either not going to be enjoying or whatever, like legitimate, like me, just trying to analyze the content and make sure that we're not putting out shit. And then like combine that with, the desire to make, things as funny as possible. Also, we need to do this.
I choose you.
Oh, little Pokemon reference there. That's cool. Item, I choose you. Indeed, I can't do nothing. That's the sort of grammar. So yeah, it's partly that I just find this sort of thing funny. Then, so I think people need to worry less about my steadily declining mental health, because it is primarily me finding that sort of thing quite amusing. Obviously, it is based in real concerns that this is no good. But then it's occurred to me between this and the last one that I really like. No one has to watch, so I don't really mind. Like it's not like this is our main output. This is like a side thing I'm doing sort of for funsies. So I don't really mind if this isn't great. So that's that. The other thing someone's pointed out is apparently when I was in the town, I messed up and I didn't talk to Kiki. So I assumed. That it was the other sister. Next, I always get the 2 sisters mixed up, always without question. So apparently that was Kiki at the front end of the town, and I spoke to her and she was like, talk to my dad, and I talked to dad and he was like, help Kiki with the delivering pizzas, and I was like, well, surely they wouldn't ask me to deliver pizzas when or talk to a character to deliver pizzas when that character is literally stood next to us. That's weird. Well, you just wouldn't do that. Like you wouldn't have me talk to that character and then immediately have that character tell me to go speak to someone else, and then it turned out that I really needed to speak to the first person I spoke to. That just seems like bad design to me. So I assumed that I'd gotten the sisters the right way around. But it turns out I haven't at all. The other sister's the one who gave me the... his name escapes me right now because I'm having a bit of a brain fart moment. Who gave me the pizza cutter. So basically, I got it wrong. I need to go back and speak to that person. But the reason I'm explaining is because I feel like the game's design led me there, because I spoke to what turns out to be Kiki, who told me to talk to her dad, and then her dad told me to talk to Kiki. And I was like, well, I just did that. So if it had been Kiki, surely she would just go straight into whatever her mission is. Why would I need to speak to him first? That seems unintuitive, to say the least. But yeah, that is apparently exactly what they expect from us. And that's how we ended up in that situation. My assumption was incorrect. Oh man, there's stuff everywhere here. I can see sparkles of some description back there. Is that just the game being the game? Sometimes the sparkles mean there's cool stuff there, sometimes it doesn't. Also, how many of those glow sticks I got now?
I've got just the thing.
Oh, I don't. I'm 1 short. Or 2 short, depending on whether he wants the original one back or counts that as part of the 10. I've yet to discover that. I really need to make sure I use Connie when I do that. She does the most damage. It's nice to get a little damage boost up front. Oh, damn. You know what I went and did, don't you? Didn't heal no one up between the things. Well, I did just get a... Oh, they were fine. Oops. Oh, well. Oh, man. Maximum damage to the most annoying characters. Because, seriously, these guys are the worst. Actually, no, it might be that guy. Look how much damage he does. Obviously, let's get some opal in this. We've had the other possible fusions with this combination of people, so let's get some opal action going. I feel like this is the answer because it'll help me choose what to do with Connie, depending on what's left of the. I need to send Connie over here, I think. Because Amethyst got that on the other side. She's got that covered. Those stupid Flappy Bird wannabes. Oh no. Right. Oh wow. That was cool. So yeah, so that covers the stuff that I've missed. Still not decided if we're going to 100% this, because I just feel like the backtracking section of that will be not great. If that's what ends up happening. Can I? Ah, no, I was too late. I was hoping to get Pearl to save Amethyst before that happened. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the numerous Amethyst poofings that have occurred in previous episodes. So, it turns out, well, I say it turns out, what I'm thinking now, because I've been wondering about, you know, these occurrences and been like, why is the game biased against Amethyst? Is it anti-Amethyst? Or do developers hate her? What's the deal? I've been thinking about it and I've been thinking maybe it is just good AI. Now, that might not be the case, but hear me out. Maybe because Amethyst deals lots of damage to multiple enemies, maybe the assumption... I should have done this the other way around. Oh well. Maybe the assumption that the game will look at that, analyze that, see Amethyst as the biggest threat, and then target her the same way that I am targeting the biggest threat. Maybe it's just good AI. There's a chance that's absolute horseshit, by the way. I happened to. I was trying to put my finger on what the actual. You know what? Let's give something for Steven to do. And bingo bongo. She increased their friendship.
It's time.
Fantastic. So yeah, I think the game has been targeting Amethyst sometimes because of tactical reasons. I can't prove that, and usually these sort of games aren't that intelligent. But let's not rule it out. Let us not rule that out. It's a big old door. It's the big old door that gem went through that I don't know the name of yet, because I'm still waiting for someone to actually ask the question. Yeah, we need to find a key. Oh, obviously. I love that Pearl being like the one pointing out we may have to come back here at a later time. It might not be in this area. Basically saying don't waste too much time here until the key isn't here. What's speedy sneaks? Movement speed outside of battle for 30 seconds. Why would I need that? Uh-oh.
Cheeseburger backpack.
Steven's gonna got himself stuck, so I'll do that to unstick him. How does that work, I wonder? Should I apply that? Should we test that? No, let's badges. Where are my speedy sneaks at? Surely I've gone past them like an idiot, haven't I? Or is it an item? It could be. It's not a badge, it's an item. So it's a one-use thing. So I'm not going to use it just yet, because that would be... That'd be just I want to get through an area of enemies that move quickly. See, this is the problem with this as well. Like, choosing an RPG, the problem with choosing an RPG is that there's a lot of like grinding, and that's when it's like, yeah, there's loads to talk about in this game, but I don't know what I should be talking about when I'm doing this, which is basically, I mean, I could have gotten past them with no problem, but I feel like with games like this, you want to take on as many enemies as the game will allow you to take on, because you basically want to make sure that you're getting as much XP as you can. You want that good, sweet exp. That's video game speak, right? That's what you guys say. And I've also learned from my sort of brief research into how these things go, that what I should be doing is putting random shots of ducks up every now and then. Apparently that's how you make a really good YouTube video game commentary. That's what I've been doing some research. I know what you kids are into. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I say that. I am far older than you would imagine doing things like this. Right, come on. So yeah, it's what? No, no. Boom. Amethyst is getting tougher. She's it's because I keep putting all her points into a bloomin'. Oh, I just said bloomin'. That's exceedingly British of me. All of her points into her defense, which makes sense, but all right, Connie, attack. Yeah, that's one down. And some of those random gem things I haven't spent any of yet.
Ow.
Oh no. Well, that screws up my next turn. See, they are that is definite targeting. They've seen how much damage she's done to them, and they have targeted her. That is amazing, but it's fine because I've got a plan. I've got a plan to get through this round without using Amethyst at all. I love how much time Pearl wastes to get to her attack. Like they could have hit her like 3 times in the time it took her to actually act. And someone else pointed out in a thing I talked about in the very first video about how it's like, oh, Stephen can actually attack in this one, and they were talking about how like that's the progress of the character, which is neat, and that is correct. I mean, Stephen has obviously come a long way since those early days.
Dedication always pays off.
Aim up to 3 high damage fireballs. See, my aiming with Pearl, that ability is wonderful, and I'm sure it's very powerful. But my history aiming Pearl's spear thing has not been great, has it? So. Maybe I should... Oh, no. Let's... Oh, sugar. Right, okay, well, we'll stop.
Oh, man.
Wait, what? I was able to hit that, and that was able to hit me. Okay. I mean, is this some sort of boss? Does that mean I can justify... Can I... Alright. Oh, we can... Giant woman! Giant woman time. All I want to do... See you turn into Opal. Booyah. Fantastic. Right, do we... Oh, and even... I mean, this is great news, but... Can I... How many enemies can I fit into this attack? 2, it looks like. But I don't even care. That's awesome. That has made my day. That is legitimately incredible. And such a powerful move. Ah, it's a bit like Greg's move where it just keeps going. I wish I'd chosen a better... I didn't realize the boss character was going to make a move like that, or I'd have probably rethought it. But that's okay, because I can make it go straight up and straight down at me. That's fine. I'm assuming there's no friendly fire in this game, because that doesn't feel very Steven Universe. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Right, so now I need to get Connie... No, Connie's the wrong side, really, for doing that. Connie can do that. And then Connie can do that. See, I was so in awe of Opal's moveset that I literally... I mean... I literally didn't pay attention to the fact that... I just got an achievement. Defeat 100 light constructs. You probably can't see that because the Xbox... has a weird... When it's recording on the DVR mode, it doesn't seem to show any of the like Xbox-based... Okay. Doesn't... Right, now I can... When I get my next move, I know what I'm going to do. Doesn't seem to show those those things. It only shows in-game footage. It won't show anything of... Do I get Connie to attack anyway, even though it's got its shield up? I was gonna say, where's my missing character? I've only got 3 who died, but I forgot I got a giant woman. So I don't...
I've got just the thing.
Do we need it? No. I was gonna look at our health situation before I did that like an idiot. I accidentally hit the button. Not my finest hour, but fine. Is it going for a perfect? Because if it goes for Opal, I can always use Connie now to... Oh, it's gone back to where it started, though. Oh, man. This is a tough enemy to beat. I suppose you call this a boss of sorts. It's got a big yellow health bar, and it seems to be a little bit more challenging than everything else we've fought so far. I mean, I'm sure Opal's got other attacks, but I really don't care at this point. That has been mighty effective, hasn't it? It's a shame Connie's not better positioned to. I suppose that's intentional. That is by design to make it harder. But it's a shame I don't have any. I mean, maybe there are moves that can help you move your positioning. It increases the strength of Connie's next attack, and it stacks. You can do it multiple times, and their attacks would get more powerful. Oh, what the hell have I been doing? Right, game over. Oh, come on, Dan. I had no idea that I should. This is why we look. But it's okay. Because it's going to happen now. What a great way for this fight to end. Opal has a slightly more directional attack, which is... No, but it's... Yeah, we got it. Okay. Phew! Because history has been not great in terms of me aiming any pearl-based throwing attack. And we did it. Everyone got out and we saw Opal. So that is it. Game, like, in terms of this episode, something happened. Which is more than I can say for the previous one. And I'm pretty sure I've got the key for the door. So we'll all stand around and maybe share some... Are we going to share some dialogue? Probably not. Look at that. A whole section of stuff. And things on this side for Connie to break. Beautiful. I'll take one of those. Pretty sure I needed those blue ones to make the schematic I've got. Oh, and I need a couple of those light dew things, as we discovered last week. Let's not use that just yet, because if there are more enemies ahead, I can always come back and use that. Oh, and this is the door. Oh no, this is the door that our bad guy went through. I see. Right, so let's check what we got. Because have I got enough dew things to go up and get whatever was on that thing? I need 4, I guess. Where are they? Rose's tier. Oh, here they are. 3. I need one more. Have I missed one? Or is there just not that many in this section? I'm supposed to come back. I suppose I could hunt around a little bit more. But we are now back to where we started. So there's the warp pad. Alright, well, we'll use the 3 I've got. Oh, no. I'm not going to get doing more fights with these idiots. The game makes backtracking unappealing. It's a lot of grinding. Well, actually, no. It wouldn't be unappealing if I was playing this in any other context, but in the way we're playing it here, like that is... It does not seem like the way. Is there something sparkly I have missed that I can either get into, or get under, or on, or behind, where there's a hidden one of those objects? Also, I'm sure I've got some points I need to assign. I should probably do that before I head through the door. Just in case. I doubt I'm going to meet that gem anytime soon. Not properly, anyway. In a the princess is in another castle sort of way. How do you get up there? Ooh, now that is some teasing. Look at that. High enough for me to see, but and all gold and shiny, like in a very appealing way. Gotta figure out how to get up there at some point. I'm sure that's a later in the game sort of deal. Have I been down here? Did I come down here? Maybe I didn't. No, I didn't come down here. There's some sort of puzzle, I think. You gotta put these pieces together, maybe? How did I miss this section when I was down here before? See, it says that there's like one of the question mark items left. I'm assuming in this context, the question mark items must be the glow sticks, right? Like that. So in every area, there's an item you can collect that's related to some other weird side plot. I'm sure there'll be like a frozen level at some point, and it'll be ice for Sadie, or in this level, it's the glow sticks for sour cream. If I was playing guessing games, that's what I would. Can anyone who I've got in my party affect these rocks? Nope. This feels like maybe it's a garnet thing. That is some sort of puzzle. Oh, one glow stick short and a little light Steven hidden in this little section somewhere. The frustrating thing is you just don't know whether that's like gettable now or if that's something you can get later. So you sort of think, oh, I'll move on because I'm doing a YouTube video over here. But then you sort of think maybe I'll stay because maybe it's achievable now. Then I want to come back and mop it up later. 100%, 100%. That's the goal. That's the goal. That's something I've learned about myself, by the way, while I've been doing these. When I want to say something but I have nothing particular to say, I'll just sing what I'm looking at. I did that earlier. I was like, I don't know if I've done it in this video, but in like the first video, I was like, let's go over here, and then I'd go that way. That's a weird thing that I apparently do that I didn't know I did. Anything of note down here? Just Steven is stuck. That's okay, because someone else isn't, and he'll unstick himself if I switch characters. That's fine. Anything back here of note? Nope. I really want to find the final light. Well, I want to find the light Steven. I want to find the glow stick. And I really want to find the last, because I think some of that stuff's going to be up on that platform I can't reach because I don't have the last of the... Sometimes they hide stuff in those little trees, so I'm just sort of aimlessly walking into the clipping textures. I think I'm using the word clipping wrong. I suspect that I'm going to have lots of comments about that. Clipping tends to be when, oh, that's tearing. Yeah, that is clipping then, when two items clip against it, because I know there's tearing as well, which is, I've not noticed in this game, but when textures like sort of, like the old render of the texture from the angle it used to be at remains, and the new angle doesn't, or something. The old angle and the new angle are like simultaneously visible, so like it gives the texture this weird sort of tearing effect where it looks like it's being ripped in half. All right, well I've approached the door, so that's happening without my prompting. I don't have to go in it though. That's nice. That's a good. I tell you what, if I was a bad guy and I had a little bad guy cave, what I would definitely want is a door that just opens when approached. That seems really like. That seems ideal to me. You know what? I'm going to feel really stupid now. If I have 3 of these and I've already used 1 on that thing, I'm going to be feel really dumb. You can go away. I don't want to fight you guys. You don't have anything for me. Oh, this might though. Blub blub. There you go. It's the sound of success. That's what success sounds like, guys. Get used to it. Connie's got such a good jump animation as well. Actually, you know what? The jump animations in this game are just, I think I just need to acknowledge they're just all... Oh, there's the light Steven. So I know where that is now. Is the final glow stick up there too? Who knows?
Somewhere.
I can't do it while Connie's on it.
How about...
I'll use the ones I've got, because I've got to get up here.
Item,
ASAP.
I choose you. How about... Guys, how about this?
Ah, one more. One short. Alright, I guess we move on and come back when I've got the... I've either missed it or... I don't care. Oh, maybe... Could it be... Have I been up here yet? I have. I've been up here. This is Stephen's little... Only I live. We can go here section. This is where he saw the door the first time. No, there's nothing of value up here. Okay, so I guess I'm going through the door, giving up, trying to get the last few bits from here. I guess I'll heal before we go through the door because there's really no reason not to. That thing can be used once per visit to the section, which means if I do come back through here, it'll be reactivated anyway, so it's not like I have to worry about using it too much in this case. I might as well just get whatever health I can out of it. I think Pearl's animation has gone... There it is! Yeah, you remember that from the show, right? When Pearl teleports, it's a good skill to have. Really, it's surprising she doesn't use it more. Her ability to sort of stand in place and just teleport a few feet to the right or left, like just she can't go far with it, which is probably why she doesn't use it very often. It's like instant transmission from Dragon Ball Z. Anywho, moving on from that nonsense. Let's see where the story takes us. See, stuff's happening this week. This is things happening. I say this week, this day, because I'm assuming I'm just going to throw these out daily. Because why would I hold on to this? It's nonsense. Okay, so we're still in a wooded section, which gives me hope for finding more of the dew, because I suspect you only find that in the woodland areas of the game. Gasp! And there we are. The gem whose name... Hessonite? Hessonite.
Who can it be?
Well, who said that, though?
A crystal gem.
Oh.
So, my prism wasn't the only thing that managed to stay intact after the diamond's retaliation.
Ah. So, yes. So this is Senti's thing, where there was a bombardment, and that's when all the gems on Earth became corrupted / shattered or whatever. So the reason they left the place alone for so long, obviously, was that they assumed everything and everyone was dead. So this is obviously a shock to... Is it Hessonite? Hessite? I had to see the name written down again. I was clicking through because I just thought it was nonsense. So it was just general video game dialogue. If I'd have known her name was going to get uttered, I would have probably taken a second to read it properly.
The poor thing's so confused. You don't even know how to... Let me show you how it's done.
Oh, God. This is going to be a boss fight of some sort, and I used Opal too soon. I'm going to regret having used Opal when I used Opal, aren't I?
That should do the trick. Isn't this nostalgic? And here I thought the war was over.
Oh, wow.
Well, it will be now. Goodbye.
I really like the voice acting on this gem, and I like the design. I like the design of the character in general because it works really well, specifically in this game. I'm not even sure how well that character's design would look in the full show with the proper outlines and stuff, but I'm loving how it looks here, and I really appreciate the way that either way the way the cape's positioned, it creates interesting shapes. Like I think now it's sort of folded forward. It creates this sort of triangle body look, but that can be pulled back, or it can. It's really good design. Okay, Prince is in the castle, and now we have to fight the baddie. Oh man, first true boss. Sugar. I really wish we'd saved the fusion.
That monster. It's.
Oh, awesome. Oh, I get to name it. Insectosaur, Furnace Face, the Bladinator. Oh, it's got to be Furnace Face. I'm not calling it Dave. I'm sorry for all you Dave fans out there, but it's Furnace Face.
Furnace Face!
Great.
Steven, did you really just name the monster? Well, yeah. Doesn't it seem like a big boss monster like this needs a name?
Yes, it does. Oh, he's getting Star Eyes again. That's awesome. And I'm liking that we're getting voice acting again. It doesn't happen enough in this game, I'm afraid. But I'm assuming that's just budget and time and things like that. Ooh, Furnace Face. I should have called it the Bladinator with that bloody front, but whatever. Okay, please tell me someone is friends enough to have a fusion left. Oh, no. No, no fusion. No fusion. No fusion. Uh-oh. No giant woman for this one. I really wish we'd saved the giant woman for this one. But let's... Oh, and I didn't even... That's 9 points. So I'm not as prepared as I should be for this fight. Let's make that clear up front. I was too late on my button press. That's not great. So is an infinite number of baddies gonna just wander out of there now? Because if that's the case, then I just really need to. What I need to do is take out this thing quickly. That's got to be the strategy. Like, not worry too much about taking out the guys, because if I do that, it's gonna the fight will stretch on so long that we'll just naturally die or run out of resources. Then again, if I completely ignore... Oh, this music is awesome. Oh, no, they're doing something completely different to what I thought they'd be doing. Presumably they're feeding it. What I need to do is have Steven heal Bonnie.
Much obliged.
Because I think we could potentially, if I play it right, get a Stivoni out of this. Oh dear. Is that gonna? That's either gonna repair some of its health or give it a special bonus deadly attack.
You can do this.
Oh, this music is so good. Like an action version of the theme that we all know and love. Oh, I should have been careful there, but that's okay. Okay. Wow, that was quite savage. Right, I'm doing this not because I think that's the most efficient way to actually get it up. I really need to get their health up. I really need to get Connie's.
Well, sir, I know he might be in here somewhere. This'll do
Use
the
that
trick.
for everyone else, and then use my remaining points to. No! Oh, bad timing, Connie.
Oh man.
I should have waited till its mouth wasn't open. This would have been great for Opal, because Opal would have been taking out those with the I could have just set off the cloud of never-ending arrows, and then it would have been fine. So I'm really regretting my choice. Ooh. No, let's not use our things on that. Let's have Steven heal Connie again. We are nearly at Stevoni at least. Bingo.
Let's do it to it.
Stevoni, go! Right, so what I need to do here is... I've got like a mega star for it. What does that do? That's 6 star points. How many of those do I have? I have 5 of those. And the smaller one's 11, and that adds 3. Let's go for 6. Let's go crazy. Oh yes, now we're talking. Yes. Yes. We just gotta survive this now. Which... not looking great right now, is it, actually, on that front? No, I've just gotta survive a few more moments. No, 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 Amethyst! Dodge. This is tense! No! Of all the times to be stunned! Oh, this is painful. Right, okay. First of all, it's time for some together breakfast. And then it is time to end this. Booyah! And I've just unlocked the achievement, Trifecta. Defeat 3 enemies in a single attack. Oh, there you go. Oh! Boss beater-uppers. Defeat any boss without letting any party member get defeated. That's good. I'll take that. Another achievement. Oh, so many things have happened, guys. The most things have happened this time. This one's a good one. After all the non-things. And it's got it! Yeah, it is. So cool indeed.
Hello.
And voice acting from Estelle, who showed up this time, I guess. I've got a long-standing theory, for those who don't know, that Estelle basically just shows up like once a year, does a few lines, and walks out the front door. I know the other guys sometimes record in the same room, and I know they were like, oh, it was a big deal when we all get to record together. I think what they mean by that is it's a big deal when Estelle shows up for a recording with everyone else. I reckon the rest of the cast record together reasonably regularly, like, you know, not always and not always and all, you know, entirely, but like in different combinations. Like sometimes both the actor Stephen Connie will be there and whatever, but like I think the one that they're always holding out on, I think, is Estelle. I reckon she's got a really tight schedule for this stuff.
Wow.
That was one tricky pickle, Stephen. I'm so glad we had Stevoni in the wings there, and I was able to abuse the health making them better friends system in order to make that happen, because I'm not sure I'd have got through that battle without that. So there you go.
Oh no!
Oh, the prism is gone. Oh, okay. So I've been making the prism is into the castle joke since the first one, and now the game has just decided to reach into my mind and steal that joke, which is scary. Homo gem said Hessonite. There it is, Hessonite. So there you go. Now I know what kind of gem it is. I don't actually know much about Hessonite as a gem in the real world, so I will maybe do some googling. But that is really cool. Dish. Yeah, Dish. What's her deal? Indeed, what is her deal? It's a long story. Stephen just asked a question. Oh, wait a second. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not skip past the groundbreaking moment of Stephen asking a relevant question. Anyway, so what have we learned? She's a threat. We're going to need to act quickly. I know where we need to go. Let's head to a warp pad, team. Oh, I don't want to go to a warp pad just yet. I think there's goodies around. I want goodies. 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 Wait, no.
I know.
No, no. There it is. Look at all the goodies. Oh.
Oh, wow, wow. Oh, wow.
Sword schematic. Okay, so I can make a different sword for someone. And a harmony badge, which gives you a total health increase by 15%. It's the equivalent to the human one we had earlier. So if someone was to, let's say, die frequently, then we would probably give it to them. We're going to give it to Amethyst right now. No, I keep see what I mean about me pressing the wrong buttons. This is the frequent. Oh, I've got stars to dish out and everything. Right, Amethyst. What do you currently have as your badge? What does that badge do? Increases defense against green. Okay, that's good. Defense against the attack specifically, but I am probably going to give you the health one because it's probably wider. It's like wider. It covers a wider sort of spectrum of ghoulies.
RPG, it's a quest for you and
Right.
me.
Do I get Steven's attack up finally? All right, that'll do.
Hey, stop! Yo, yo, yo!
Amethyst. We're gonna finally do your health. Oh, nothing else. I wanted to finally get her to that, whatever that. Don't mind me. That's basic whip attack now generates less threat, causing enemies to target her less often. So she has been targeted. This is not in my head. There it is. Proof. Ah, why did I not know that? And now I've recorded these with only having released one. I'm gonna correctly assume that you guys have spent 2 videos yelling at me, going, "They're targeting her on purpose because she's the most threat," and I've been like, burp, 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 not knowing. Oh, that explains everything, and I've now unlocked that, so we're fine. Oh, that's so much better. Dizzy spin. She does a dash. So someone gave me some advice. I think it was Cram on the comments that I should, because I said I'm bad at choosing the paths for these things. What I was told was that what I should do is just look at the attacks. And I was like, yeah, that's a nice idea. And then I proceeded to not do that for almost this whole video. So let's have a quick look. So she can do a spin dash if we get her attack up to there, and then an electrocuted target can generate an area field. Also damage no attack. So I don't know much. She can stun with dash. The whip attack has a bigger area of a... Oh, I want that. I'm going to save her point now so that on the next run I can do that one and some other stuff. Just kidding. What's that? Upon defeat, Amethyst has a 50% chance of getting right back up. Oh, wow. The chance for this diminishes when triggered more than once in some battles. Okay. Lucky... the luck ones... yeah, okay. And what's that? Steven for all. 10% chance the effect from the Steven form ability gets applied to the entire team. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So I know what I'm going to focus on. I want to get that to there because I want the spin attack. And I really want that actually as well because I really want to do that. So the person in question was correct. That's what I needed to do. But now I've got don't mind. I can't believe that. The attack generates something called threat, which forces them to target her. And Pearl just sang her bit from the opening. That's great. So let's have a look at what Pearl can unlock, so I know whether to give her points where and stuff. Synchronize. When Pearl delivers perfect attack against the target, Hollow Pearls attacking that same target will deliver a bonus attack simultaneously. That's pretty cool. And a Fireball, but that's probably one you've got to target and aim, and I'm terrible at that, we've discovered. Pearl gains 20% chance to dodge an attack entirely when performing a balanced, perfect block. That's pretty cool. During the power, Pearl can always slowly regenerate her lost health. That's cool as well. See, I wonder if this game is like one of those games where you've got to choose carefully because you'll never be able to fully upgrade anyone because there's a limit to the levels, or if this is like eventually you can have all of this if you wish. When the spear throw hits more than one target, it's guaranteed to get lucky. That's cool. What does that one do? Pearl and Hollow Pearl's lucky attacks apply a burn effect to enemies. We must move quickly. When Pearl is in the party, the team's star meter refill speed is increased by 5%. That's fine, but not amazing. Have I got Pearl points to spend? Pearl points! Right, where am I spending them? That's the question. Do I want her teamwork up? I do want Opal more often. Opal was freaking awesome. So we'll do that, and then we'll put a defense up, because I wouldn't mind 20% chance of dodge an attack. That's pretty cool. Okay, save. Yes.
Why, yes, I did earn this.
Wow, yes, I did.
Always ready for the fight.
Pearl says amazing things on this screen, actually. I think.
With rigorous study and training,
And it's worth noting that my girlfriend's favourite ever line from this show is when Peridot said, yes, Pearl, how correct of you to notice. And I'm hoping that if we do unlock Peridot in this game, I'm not sure if she's a playable character. Again, I looked into this game very little before playing it on purpose. I think it'd be great if that's one of her lines on this screen. Anywho, let's see. So we can increase Connie's attack because eventually she has something called a confidence strike, which is a small heal when delivering a final strike on an enemy. That's good, but not great. Efficient sword storm. Connie's sword ability cost is reduced by 1 stock point. Again, considering how badass she's been, those are pretty fine, but I don't know if that's going to make a huge impact on battle. Let's see what the defense ones are. Connie's study ability now also applies a defense bonus. Okay. And she gains 20% chance of dodging attack like Pearl can. It's self-reliant. All successful blocks now activate a self-regeneration effect that heals Connie slowly over time. Lucky ones, yeah, they're about the same for everyone. Study group. So she can extend her ability to everyone else. That seems to be everyone's final teamwork move. Or at least second. When Connie in... wait. Teammate, they gain a temporary... Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. But I mostly want Connie to be good in this area for selfish Stivoni reasons. So, do I save? Do I save? Yeah. How do I...
oh, my training paid off.
Booyah. Right. My question now, though, is going to be that now Garnet is presumably unlocked. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to... Because, look, right now I have access to Stivoni and Opal with my current team. I don't know if I want to change that. I mean, Sugalite's great, but... And Sardonyx, actually, as well. Oh, the potential for Garnet is also quite exciting. I don't know what I'm going to do when I've got that choice. It was easy... No offense, but it was easy to drop Greg. I'm terrible. I'm the worst. Alright, let's, what do we do? Steven runs through an enemy with a shield dash. They're now briefly stunned. He has no points to spend. So,
Awakunga!
And Pearl, Connie Maheshwaran at your service.
cool. So, we've done some upgrading. We've gotten some goodies. Goodies. I'm still gonna have a quick look around. Well, I think that's basically gonna be it for this one. I think that's a pretty good place to end, right? Like, rather than go to the next area and figure out what's up there. Level up charm. Ooh, I'm gonna hold on to that. I've learned my I don't know much about RPGs, but my experience that I have had has taught me that obviously leveling up is more difficult and requires more XP further along the line. So using a level up thing like that early in the game is not optimal, as they say. As the kids are saying. I've said that twice this week, as the kids are saying. Makes me a bad person. If I walk through there, is there stuff to unlock? Yep. And if I jump through there? Some stuff high up in there? No. Let's see. Anyway, so yeah, that's everything for this one. Stuff happened. That's pretty much what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it, I think last week's is called Nothing Happened, and this one's just called Stuff Happens. Because, you know, some stuff happened this week. I got through a whole section. We beat a sort of mini boss and then a proper boss with fusion. That's pretty cool. We got to see Opal finally, who was fucking awesome. Garnet showed up. All sorts of progress that I'm enjoying. Oh, there's still a thing for me to find in here. Oh, that's really gonna bother me. Where's the thing? What's the thing? What have I not unlocked? Alright. Well, I'm gonna lose sleep knowing that's there tonight. Oh, that's so frustrating. Where is it? Where is it? Must know. I have to comb every inch of this place. Stuff happened, but not all of the stuff. Like 80-odd% of the stuff. I'm missing a thing. How do I miss a thing? Can it only be gotten to at a later date with some sort of skill? Don't know. Oh, maybe there's something behind this log. Did I go behind the log before? No, nothing behind the log. I just want you guys to know that that sort of thing drives me up the wall. Because I literally am going to go mad and I'm trying to figure out what this missing thing is. And I've not even got that much time left on the recording. Oh no, about 10 minutes. I'm okay. No! See, I feel like it's got to be something to do with... Right, let's choose the best jumper. It's got to be Steven, right? I think there's some sort of jump onto a thing. Some sort of weird platforming nonsense that's going to get me. Like a series of things I can leap on that's going to get me up to the top of whatever that temple-y thing is. Because I feel like there's something up there. Oh, so infuriating. Alright guys, well. With that frustration over, we're gonna leave it there for this episode. With that one thing! Anyway, not angry about that. That's not frustrated my OCD at all. That's not left me very... This is not upsetting my OCD at all. Knowing there's one thing left in this room that I've scoured. And then when I find it, I'm going to feel stupid. That's how these games work, isn't it? They make you feel dumb for not knowing. Like, hi, you big dumb dummy. What, you didn't know to check in that really... well, either obvious or unobvious, depending on what the object is, location. You're a big dummy for not knowing. Anywho, that's everything. For me and the rest of the crystal gems this week. I'm not going to finish it stood on that panel because I can't. I'm not going to finish it looking at that damn missing item. I'm going to finish it right here just on the ground, not near a warp pad, with it in the background. Look at that, everyone visible, whole team. There you go. So that is everything for this time. We'll see you next time for another one of these things.